Good morning. I'll be honest with you. I almost didn't do a video this morning, but I said I would try to do them every day. I just am not feeling good, and I usually follow my gut. I just decided to stick it out. Anyway, I decided that I'm going to take a little segue today, talk about it. We're still staying on the concept of money and why it's poisonous, why it's destroying all of our lives, but I want to take a minute to focus on a detail here that's going to help you see the direction that I'm going in. So, we're going to talk about the concept of the courier, the delivery guy, the person who brings stuff everywhere. Now, it's changed throughout the years, and it's become a million other things than what it used to be. Because what it used to be was a genuine need for somebody to take things to places where people can't easily get them, or they can't make them, and they can't continue their life without them. Now, it started off simple, villages helping other villages, and farms making more farms, and kingdoms forming over those, and eventually things got complicated and people started wanting for themselves. But the courier has never changed, except for the dynamic of the job. So Roman and don't worry, I'm not gonna give you a history lesson. I'm not. But I'm gonna go back long enough just to say that Roman and Greeks had a need as big as they were for thousands and thousands of couriers. I mean, they had to be able to take these stuff everywhere. They had wars, they had politics, they had people and new nations they were expanding into, and all of the politics aside, couriers were moving their empire, because without people to take them where they were going and all this stuff, they would have just sat in Rome. So, that being the case, I want to talk about more modern delivery concepts. I want to talk about, we'll say, the pizza guy versus the DoorDash guy. So the pizza guy is traditionally part of the team. He delivers the pizzas, and that is his main job, but he'll still come back, throw on an apron, help, make pizzas, or count the tills or whatever it may be. They will pitch in at the shop, and they're part of the team. And if they lose their car for whatever reason, they can come in and work and still kind of help maintain their shift. They better get good if they're not going to have a car because they were hot. But you get the concept. The point is, they're part of a team. Then you get the newest evolution of the delivery person, the DoorDasher. Now, the DoorDasher sits in their car for 6 to 12 hours at a time. I heard a guy who was on the clock for 18 hours. He fell asleep for 5 because he ain't getting no calls. I don't know if it's intentional. I feel like it's all been intentional up till now. But these people don't even leave their car. They have no connection to the restaurants that they're delivering for. They have no connection to the people that they are delivering to. They are an island, floating in the night. The only people that they have contact with, of course, whatever personal friends or family, everybody's got their crowd. But in terms of their job, their employment, the guidance for the career path that they have chosen, even if it's just part-time, is a phone. It's a screen. This thing right here that I'm shaking and screwing up by my video. Yeah, that. So, what can we do to subvert that? Like, interpersonally, the DoorDasher is not a necessity. I mean, we've got 700 different types of delivery person right now. Why the DoorDasher? And the Uber Eats or whatever, the app delivery guru, because it isolates us further. The main concept here is not to take all our money, but is to take as much of our money as they can without snapping us. It's just like a drug dealer. They give you exactly enough to keep you coming back for more. And that's exactly what America has done. They give you just enough little securities, just enough little makeshift ideas of safety that you're willing to keep giving to them, hoping that the next little brick they put in the wall will be the brick that makes the hole get smaller. But it's not. The hole is getting bigger and bigger. There's more and more poverty. There are more and more broken people. And now the delivery service person doesn't even have a team that they work with. Now, who is this gonna pop off to? What is the next? I mean, it already started happening to IT professionals. IT professionals that have to work remote all the time. They don't get to interact with hardly anybody. They spend hours and hours and hours in these dark rooms trying to help people figure out the stupidest problems on the planet. And they're isolated. And these jobs that were created out of a need to make money and propel an economy that's actually just grinding people up is grinding them up too. So we need to think a little bit more about these jobs and these companies that make it so that we don't have an actual boss in front of us, that our boss is a screen. Because when your boss becomes a screen, you can't tell who's on the other end of that camera.